Hi, Ariane here, the co-founder of WeddingMix by StoryMix Media. Today we're going to continue our series on 10 key wedding moments you want to capture from your wedding. Today's moment is the wedding cake. You see, I was crazy enough to DIY my own wedding cake. It wasn't enough that I was DIYing my invitations or my dress. I decided to DIY my wedding cake. I had been a cake decorator, so I always assumed I would make my own wedding cake. And this again is a moment, yes, you can get pictures of your wedding cake, but if you're actually crazy enough to try and make your wedding cake, you're going to want video of it. For me personally, I had planned it out. I had made a test cake, and I had everything planned out. I had made the cake parts in advance. I had the icing all whipped up in advance, and I knew that it was kind of risky because we were going to have to make the cake, assemble everything and ice it a day to 2 days ahead of the wedding. And I had a lot, like I said, we did all DIY. I had a lot on my plate a day to 2 days before the wedding, but I figured no big deal. I have it all planned out. What I didn't plan on was getting carpal tunnel the week before the wedding, and I couldn't even hold a pencil, let alone an icing bag. So I had to force one of my bridesmaids to ice my wedding cake. And when I say force, I mean ply with alcohol. And so there we were, trying to make this wedding cake, and I had to basically talk her through it and continually feed her shots. So she did, but at some point, I think part of the middle of the cake might have fallen on the floor and gotten thrown. So there might have been a little cake fight with the middle of the wedding cake, but it's in the middle, so it's okay. So we did manage to get the cake assembled. It was a simple cake. It was just iced smooth with some ribbon around it and some flowers, little scallops and things. But still, it was pretty intimidating to somebody who had never iced a cake in their life. And getting it on video would have been priceless, especially the ridiculous laughter at dropping parts of the cake on the floor. So for me, that was one of my special moments I wish I had on video. I'd like to know your special moments. So leave a comment below with what moments you're planning in your wedding planning that you would love to relive in the years to come. Because again, don't assume you're going to remember everything years later. And video can tell the story in a lot more complete way than photos can. You want both. That's it for today. Next week we're going to be talking about the steam iron.